Welcome in. We are glad to have you, whether you are listening or watching to a brand new episode of
What's the Trend?
And Aaron Weeks, this is officially our first show of the new year recording.
That is true. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Very exciting. Happy 2026, everyone.
You want to do that thing where we reintroduce ourselves to people in case it's their first time?
Why not? I am digital content producer Aaron Weeks here at 14 News.
Digital content producer extraordinaire,
Sure.
Aaron Weeks. Let me just correct
We'll
you
go
on
with
that.
that.
And I am your morning news anchor here at 14 News, Casie Mason, and a proud co-host of our show, What's the Trend?
Love it.
Aaron Weeks, if they've never listened to this show before, maybe you're checking it out for the first time, how would you explain this to our listeners?
Well, with all the doom and the gloom of the news, we like to give a little palate cleanser of just some fun, entertainment-based stuff, like people, local, obviously. We've got music, movies, television. We even throw in some sports here and there, celebrities, stuff like that. It's just a little fun.
It is a great show. Again, if you are into pop culture, this is the show for you. In fact, each episode, pretty much the same format, unless we have a special guest joining us.
True.
Where we walk through local events first, and then we talk movies, we talk television news, we talk hot gossip celeb news, anything from sports to just big events that we think the world of pop culture needs to know about, and the world of entertainment, really. So I tell you what,
We're
with
doing
that
people a
said,
service.
we really are. You're welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
And we are so happy to have you either way. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. We'll get started with this week's episode, starting off, like I said, local events. So
what do you got?
we like to help people plan their weekend, We do have one we want to let you know about here this weekend. Coming up right here in Evansville, it's the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. Say that 5 times fast.
That is a mouthful.
It's going to be rolling into the Ford Center on Saturday, January 10th. So the doors here are going to open at 5:30 p.m. and the show's going to kick off around 6:30. And it's not just rodeo action. This is a pretty big event. It's going to mix professional bull riding, barrel racing, freestyle bullfighting, whatever that is, and live music. They even have artists like Big X the Plug and Tyler Nance. It's all part of Western Sports Show Park. It's like a Western Sports Show meets concert. Okay. So cool event there. Tickets do start around $35. You can get them at the door. They're going to be a little pricier. But organizers say it's just a perfect, thing to go do if you're just planning a night out in downtown Evansville.
Love to hear it. It sounds interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah, we've both been.
We've both had our
rodeo.
Yes, we've both had our experiences with rodeos, but this is a little different because it's indoors, right? Am I correct in that?
You are correct. It's going to be indoors. I know they'll bring that dirt flooring in, and it is wild to go see. If you've never been to a rodeo, I would say at least once in your life, go check one out. It's one of those things you got to go see to believe.
If you're not used to it, it's a culture shock, let me tell you.
How brave. Could you imagine?
Me, of all people, at a rodeo, it happened.
It's wild. I know, you had a great time. You walked
away loving it. It was a fun time, but my gosh, I was not
I can't picture it, but boy, would I like to.
It happened. There are pictures.
I love it too. Mitch Carter, who is our morning co-anchor with me here on 14 News Sunrise, he actually pitched a segment where he was going to, I cannot believe this, try to bull ride, try being the key word here, for a news story. Oh. And they were going to let him do it. And at the last minute, they pulled the plug on that real fast. They said, probably not anything insurance would allow.
To be fair, yes, that would be a little high risk.
And to be honest, he said he even was like, that was probably a good call. So anyways, best of luck to the bull riders and to the folks going and watching them. It should be a great show. So Aaron, let's move on to our next segment of this week's show. And that is where we talk about the world of movies.
Of course. Now, with the start of the new year comes our personal favorite time of year, which is award season in music and television. Oh, sorry. No, movies and television.
Hey,
I got ahead of myself.
That's okay. We're excited.
But, speaking of awards, this past weekend was the Critics' Choice Awards, and that event was hosted by none other than Chelsea Handler, comedian extraordinaire. Now, she didn't hold back when it came to taking a few jabs at celebrities, which I always appreciate.
I love it.
She came after Leonardo DiCaprio and a few publications like Variety for their criticism of Sinners. I don't know if you know about that drama, but
I am shocked that they had the audacity to criticize that amazing film.
Like not in like even a critical way. It was more of a personal jab kind of way.
Do tell.
Yeah, they had a huge opening weekend that nobody was expecting, and Variety was kind of like, is it really that big? It was very petty.
Ooh, shady
Yes,
Variety.
and a lot of celebrities like clocked it and not came after them, but were like really Variety. But yeah, but speaking of Sinners, they led with a total of 17 nominations.
They showed them.
Of course, and they took home Best Acting in Ensemble, Best Original Screenplay, Best Score, and Best Young Performer, Miles Caton. And, in some surprising moments, we had
let's hear about
Kathy
these.
Bates lick a ping pong paddle.
I saw that.
Take a walk with me here. It was an inside joke that kind of, doubled with Timothée Chalamet in his movie Marty Supreme, which we'll get to in a second. But if you found it under your seat, you were encouraged to spank Timothée Chalamet with it. But Kathy Bates decided to lick it instead. And I love that. You know what? A girl with a good time, love it. But speaking of Chalamet, he won for Best Actor for his work in Marty Supreme. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either.
But I do want to see it. But in a shocking twist for me, at least, and kind of for everybody who
The
follows
world.
pop culture, he gave a little shout out to his girlfriend of 3 years, Kylie Jenner. First of all, didn't know they were dating for 3 years.
I didn't realize it'd been 3 years.
Me either. Time has flown by, I guess. But they rarely speak about each other, if at all. I don't think I've ever heard her talk about him, which is shocking because she's on the Kardashians.
Oh, yeah. They keep it very private, which I appreciate.
I do too. I think it's probably the one thing she keeps private.
I was going to say, it's not really on brand for the Kardashians and Jenners to keep things close to them like that. But it's kind of sweet. It's a little romantic, if you will.
He didn't mention her by name, but obviously it cut to her in the audience. And it was a sweet moment. But another award worth mentioning is Jimmy Kimmel winning for Best Talk Show. Now, this is big because it comes a month after his abrupt suspension. And, a big congrats to all the nominees and winners. It's a huge night, and it's just kind of almost like a precursor to the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards, which we are definitely going to cover on the show.
We cannot wait to get into that. As you said, awards season is among us. It's our favorite time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you're right. When it comes to these award shows, you can take your guess on who's going to take home the gold and the hardware for the night. But really, sometimes you walk away with those shocking moments and shocking winners.
You never know, honestly. Because some of these follow, you think the Golden Globe winner is going to win the Academy Award. That's sometimes not the case at all.
Exactly. I'm all things celebrity. I love seeing the behind the scenes, and
That's why we do this show.
Why we do this show. It's so enjoyable. Yes. Any red carpet looks that come to mind, none that really stood out. They kept it pretty classy, and no shocking, red carpet looks. It's very, very Hollywood class at its finest.
Ugly ones.
Yeah, nothing.
And I always clock the ugly.
I know, I do too. What were we thinking, girlfriend?
Yes.
But yeah, it's always enjoyable to watch those. What I find neat is they're kind of like coworkers in a way. They all don't get to see each other because everybody's working throughout the year. So when you see these massive A-list celebrities get together in a room like this, they almost act like little kids. They'll run up to each other and hug and catch up. And it's like their version of a company Christmas party or a high school reunion. Yes, exactly. So
I appreciate that though.
You broke down that award show perfectly. I want to go back to one thing, and that is again the host, Chelsea Handler. She killed it. I love her.
Nikki Glaser is going to once again host the Golden Globes. It's a big year for female comedians.
Okay, you're right. You're right about that. And Nikki did a fantastic job last year.
And also something I appreciate about Nikki, I saw in an interview, is she kind of did this little jab joke at Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez because, there is a difference in looks. I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you.
Google it.
But she actually called him up and asked him if it was okay to say that joke.
See, how respectful.
And just a class act right there.
Comedy is not easy. And when you're in a room of egos as that, it's
a lot of egos, man.
You're also being careful, again, to not offend anybody, but also still try to be entertaining and funny. And I will say she does her homework and she does a great job. I could not imagine the pressure it would be to host one of those shows. But hey.
Solo. I can barely host this show.
I know we do well with this show. Hey, we do all right up here. If they do ever need us, though, we would do it if needed,
Of course.
For a small fee, of course.
But we got some more entertainment news, and this combines the worlds of movies and television.
Yes.
Into one. Now,
I'm so excited about this.
Oh, this is so cool. Netflix's hit show, Stranger Things, has officially ended after 10 years, which is nuts. I've already seen all of it now.
It's been 10 years.
We've talked about it a lot on the show, but it's just worth mentioning. It's one of its longest running series of all time. But, you know, something to mention, the final episode released in select theaters the day it dropped. And the final episode debuted roughly in 600 theaters, and it reportedly took in $25 million, showing the finale on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Wow.
Insane.
Rightfully so.
Yes, it's great.
Last
thing.
episode is a movie. I mean, it is a movie. It's
Each episode is
incredible.
always like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. I think this one clocked in at like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
We finished it. My husband and I, we committed. We
Did you
said,
finish it?
oh, I finished it.
How'd you feel about it?
So I love how this is the talk of the town right now. This show's huge. As you said, 10 years we've been invested here, and now it's come to an end. We are so adamant on this show to not do any spoilers unless it's been out for 30, 40 years, like the movie Jaws. I hate to break it to you, but, you know, we're going to say what happens when it comes to those types of things, but we will not spoil this for you. So if you are listening, just don't worry. You don't have to skip ahead. So without saying any spoilers, including how even feelings, because if you say, oh, I was mad, or oh, I didn't like it, or oh, I'm just going to say my summary is this. They tied a bow on each character's storyline, and for that, I appreciated leaving no stone unturned.
That's
I felt
very
satisfied,
true.
if that
I felt
makes
satisfied.
sense.
No one was left out.
Yes.
No one was forgotten about, and I
Nope.
appreciate that because I'm talking to you, Game of Thrones.
I'm talking to you, Game of Thrones.
That one
That's
still
correct.
hurts.
You know, the ending of Stranger Things, I almost got to the point when I started the season, like, let's just get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Let me just like power through this and watch it. And then as I'm watching it, I'm remembering why I fell in love with it in the first place.
Me,
it is
me
fantastic.
too. I was like, can we just get it over with?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, once you're in it, you're like,
I'm back.
in it.
I'm back.
I'm
there
back. I
were
love
a
it.
few new characters this season that really, in my opinion, stole the show.
Linda Hamilton, great
Yes,
addition.
Great. That is, wait, that is,
Dr. K.
yes, Dr. K. Okay. And the little girl that played Holly.
She was
a fantastic actress.
I think her first name is Nell. I know that.
Nell, okay.
But she was great.
She was great. You're going to enjoy that. So you do have the same old kids, which I will say one hot take here.
Kids is rough. I mean, they're in
Kids
the
is
20s
rough.
now.
I say that and then
Some
laugh.
of them have children now.
Hard to say that with a straight face. Kids is a long stretch. These young adults that are playing children on the show, I will say that I was telling my husband, Will, I said, okay, hot take, come after me here. There's too many dang characters. Like too many. By the time we get ready to end the show, but again, they did their job. The writers did an incredible job wrapping this thing up for us. So
I 100% agree with you.
I won't say whether it made me sad, whether it made me excited, or mad, or happy,
You
or
did a good
distraught.
job of just being like, everybody got their ending.
Everybody got their ending.
There were no questions character-wise, which I love.
There you go. You always say the things I'm trying to say. Thank you, Aaron Weeks. That's exactly what I mean. You feel
Hey,
the same way.
You
Then.
know what? You pick it up, I put it down.
And that's why we're
vice
here,
versa.
folks.
But, due to contract, negotiations,
Uh-huh.
Netflix wasn't able to charge for tickets, but fans were able to reserve a seat by buying concession vouchers, which I thought was cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
From the theater. And, we talk a lot about the war on theaters versus streaming,
Mm-hmm.
but this kind of validated my thoughts on the theater experience still being something people yearn for.
That is, first of all, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you didn't buy tickets because you really can't. That's a really great point. I like how they tied the two worlds, almost two enemies together.
By the
Your
way,
streaming shows
buying
and theaters.
concessions is just as much as
Oh my goodness.
buying a ticket.
So funny story. We went to go see I went to go see something at the movies a couple of weeks ago. It was like the Taylor Swift, whatever you want to call that. It was like a lyric video movie thing.
Something like that.
Sure. For the Life of the Showgirl album. And I went with my sister, her daughter, my niece, and then her best friend and the mom of the best friend, and kind of a good group of us, if you will. And we were running late, go figure. And they were running into theater to grab seats. And I was like, don't worry, guys. I got to grab a popcorn, go on without me. And each one of them separately was like, hey, Aunt Casie, can you get me a water? And my sister was like, hey, can you grab me a water? And then my sister's friend was like, can you get me a water? Then the daughter was like, can you get me water? And so I was like, hold up, guys, wait a minute. So I go up to the counter and I was like, yeah, can I get a popcorn and 5 waters? And she was like, are you sure about that? I was like, I think so. And she goes, well, these bottled waters are like $10 each.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot spend $50
That's
on
why
bottled
in the
water.
wintertime, that's why in the wintertime I am shoving that water bottle in my jacket.
Yes. Secrets are coming out here on what's the trend. But hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to
Listen,
do.
I'm poor and I'm
Right.
happy to admit it.
I'm a baller on a budget over here. So
Hey, I will go to the movies. I will buy the jumbo popcorn. I'm not buying a water bottle.
no, I am
Sorry.
not. I got to stay hydrated with my Stanley. Thank you. Just if you were watching this episode,
my God,
I just
that
hit a
scared
button
me.
and raised the entire table. But it's fine.
But yes, we've got television news now.
Yes. So let's move on. Highly recommend that you wrap up your about to say Game of Thrones, your Stranger Things saga. It's well worth the watch, my friends. Okay, so moving to another massive show that was streaming on Netflix. It's the hit series Emily in Paris. So if you've never heard of this show, it's starring Lily Collins, who, yes, is singer Phil Collins' daughter. She plays the character Emily Cooper, and she's doing great on that. I love
was
this
that
show.
accent?
That was, I know, I was like, was that more, that was a little bit British, Australian.
Hey,
It's
you know
fine.
what? She's abroad. She'll probably go to Britain.
She
soon,
probably
so.
will. Je m'appelle Emily Cooper. It's now been renewed for a 6th season. So, Aaron, I'm just now kicking off season 5 because it was just dropped a few weeks ago on December 18th. They released all 10 episodes. So I'm currently binging this.
Right.
And I know I have to come to work and live my real life, and it gets in the way of me going home and watching this.
Naturally.
The show, it first premiered in 2020, so it was a really fun pandemic watch for me when it first came out, and it follows the character Emily Cooper. She's like this ambitious American marketing girl, and it just kind of follows her life as she moves to Paris and navigates working while, of course, living abroad. And you can bet your biffies she meets several beautiful love interests, suitors, yes. And it really takes place initially in Paris, and then as you follow the season, she also then goes into kind of a segment there where she's living in Italy. And while Netflix hasn't announced an actual release date yet for season 6, the industry reports are kind of suggesting that it could arrive towards the end of 2026 if production stays consistent. So
That's a turnaround right there, which
Okay.
I appreciate for
Yes.
once, Netflix.
no joke. Thank you for not making us wait until the characters are, again, 10 years older than they
Until
originally.
she's like 40.
She's Emily in Paris, still single, looking to mingle. I love this show. Okay, listen. It's not great. It's a little cheeseball.
You
but
go
I
first.
love it because I like it for like kind of the reason I watch my Hallmark movies
Okay.
is the scenery. I like to see parts of Paris.
Okay. I
Then
totally
season
get that. Now, I've seen season 1. I dipped into season 2 and I was like, I just can't.
I can't. It's
The
pretty
cheese.
bad. It's bad but good but bad.
It's tired. It's worn out. It's just
The
not.
clothes that they wear get come on.
You
now.
know, people in Paris just see this and roll their eyes in the back of their head when they hear that little that little Parisian music. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the little accordion and stuff like that.
Yes.
I know they are like, I hate this.
They're
so
like, this
much.
is so stereotyped.
This is
like
so like white girl coded.
it really is.
And it is, but you know what? People love it. That's why it's 6 seasons deep now.
I know it's funny. I caught myself starting it and I was like, are you sure? I almost have like shame around it. It's kind of like my version.
It's a guilty,
of, like, yes.
guilty watch.
It's like guilty pleasure. It's like my version. I never got into like the housewife shows or like the reality shows where everyone's fighting and yelling with each other. Instead, I watch things like this where I'm like, look at her. She's moving to Paris and finding love, and look at all the beautiful boys and all the beautiful settings and the wine and the cheese and all of that jazz. So
I get it though. Like it's the same guy who created Sex and the City.
Is it? Oh, that's right.
Great show.
Yes. His name's Darren.
Darren Star.
Look at you knowing
I
your
know
stuff. Aaron
stuff.
Weeks.
I know my pop culture
It's
people.
giving the whole Sex and the City vibe, but again on a much Mickey Mouse level.
Yes.
So
we'll do a quick. We won't go too deep into it.
Yeah.
Which Sex and the City character are you?
Oh, I'm definitely Charlotte for sure.
Okay, girl.
I'm a Charlotte.
I wanted. Listen, I've come to terms with who I am. I thought I was Samantha for the longest time. I know I'm a Charlotte at heart.
I mean, we're both Charlottes. I think if Charlotte and
she
Carrie,
gets a lot of hate. Not hate, but like she gets a lot of like, oh, she's boring. I don't think so.
Listen, sometimes boring can be a
Sometimes
good
boring
thing.
is fun.
What's it? I know, right? We're basic and boring, and we don't care.
Two borings make a fun.
Right.
Whatever. But we've got music news.
Yes, I know. I keep wanting to talk about Emily in Paris, but you're right. We need to move on. I just don't want anybody to judge me. Yes, I watch it. Yes, they have a new season coming out. Yes, it is not for everyone. But you know what? If you just need a mind-numbing, easy, fun watch, it's
I'll
for
say
you.
that for sure. If you want to just jump into an episode and not have to fully pay attention, that's the one to do it.
That's the one to do it. Okay, Aaron, you were good. We're getting the ball back rolling here. Get the train back on the tracks. So let's go to music now. As you said, in some music news here, legendary singer, songwriter, and Grammy-nominated Chris Isaak actually helped headline this new special. It was a New Year's Eve show in Nashville. It was with AMZ Blue. It was like their first time doing this.
Okay.
So Isaac performed many of his longtime favorites, along with spirited versions of course, many cover songs. It was very bluesy, Americana vibes. Lots of other artists showed up at this. The event, it featured just a festive crowd, if you will, ringing in 2026. They had their big downtown event, but this one had other local acts and openers, just creating just a fun night of entertainment, all before Isaac took the stage right at midnight. And this all happened over in the iconic Hillsborough Village area, which is just a cool section of Nashville. If you want to get away from Broadway and the honky tonks in the bar and get more of a, honestly, an eclectic side of Nashville.
Yeah, no, I think I haven't heard that name in a long time until this popped up.
Yes, you brought this one to the table
Yes,
this week.
and
I feel like you
thought,
maybe even know
it's
more.
Nashville. It's like, obviously, you're cut from that.
I know, my Music
cut from
City
that.
queen over here.
But I hadn't heard that name in a long time. He's kind of country, but not really. He dabbles kind of in the way Taylor Swift does. Like, he goes a little bit into country, but a little bit into like folklore pop.
Dips
it's
his
pretty
toe
cool.
in.
Yeah, but it works.
Which honestly nowadays, I feel like in the music industry, there are no rules. It's like Sabrina
Not at
Carpenter
all.
playing at the Opry, and so we love to see it. I think there was a variety of artists.
I think that's cool that you don't have to stick to one lane anymore.
Yes, I agree. I think that makes it more enjoyable for the fans. And the good thing is a variety of artists showed up because of that. A little bit of everybody from every background. Overall, I'm sure it was a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry we weren't there, Aaron, but maybe next year.
Yeah.
And you have more music news.
Oh, yeah. Jennifer Lopez debuted her show. It's Jennifer Lopez Up All Night Live in Las Vegas. Her residency New Year's Eve at the Coliseum in Caesar's Palace?
Yes, that's right.
Wow,
Caesar's
I don't know
Palace.
why that took me a minute to get out, but we're here.
Lots of words.
But, Lopez has been kind of under fire the past couple of years.
She really has.
Bless her. For what people kind of perceive as like tone deaf and an unrelatable reputation.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. There's just something about her that kind of gets under your skin anymore.
Yeah, kind of gets under people's skin. She actually poked fun of herself, kind of striking poses, imitating, critics of her photos, of her posts, and stuff like that. But I'll say this, she's never taken an ugly photo.
She sure hasn't.
You can bring her down as far as you can. She won't take an ugly photo.
I agree.
I don't know where you personally stand, and I might get a lot of flack. I'm going to be controversial yet brave on this show. I have and will always defend Jennifer Lopez.
You know what? I love that. I didn't know this about you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love the passion. I can see it. I can feel the passion.
Now, do I think some things are a little cringy at times? Yes, of course. But is she the best singer in the world? Is she great? No, but she does what she can, and she does it well. She's a performer.
She is a performer. She's a triple threat.
She's
Aaron
a triple
Weeks.
threat, and is it the best of the best? No.
And that's fine. Like,
Is she
Emily
the
in
best
Paris,
actress?
No.
No.
I still love it though.
Is she the best actress? No. Is she the best singer? No. Is she the best dancer? She's one of them, I'll say that.
You don't really sound like you're defending her here, Aaron.
I know, but I'm just saying people need to give her a little bit of slack.
I love it. You would be her PR person.
I would. in
Oh my
a
gosh,
heartbeat.
hire him.
Yes, get me on that team.
Oh, and she's not aging.
No.
Oh my gosh, she looks incredible.
I think that's also a reason people hate on her
Probably.
is because she's over 50 and looks that good.
Amazing.
Sorry.
I know, haters love to hate. So
Sorry, uglies.
my hot take on Jennifer Lopez is that she is not like, top tier
Sure.
each thing, but she's so talented. Okay, let me start over. I love Jennifer Lopez. There has been something lately that, yes, she's kind of gotten under my skin, and
Sure.
what happened? What
I
was
have no
it that
idea.
happened?
It was that documentary she put
Yeah.
out, and everybody was like making fun of it. I personally didn't watch it because I love her, but I had no interest in seeing her.
Yes.
Like she doesn't need to put out new music. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say that. Love you, Jen. But you play the hits.
I agree. And I think that one thing I have a hot take is that, okay, pretend Beyonce, which is, I hate to even say this, pretend she never existed. I'm sorry, guys. Don't come at me. I feel like Beyonce, because she did it so well, the triple threat, I mean, from the movies she's been in to the singing to the performing, the Super Bowl halftime. And I feel like poor Jennifer has just always maybe been compared. Yes. And that's why we've kind of like, not given Jennifer the recognition she deserves. Yes. Do you ever thought about that?
Yeah, she does get compared a lot to other artists, and I get it because it's just nature. Everybody's going to compare everybody. But she does her own, she knows her lane.
Yeah.
She's not a belter. She just sings the way she sings. And yes, I think she can sing. I just think it's not to the degree some people can sing.
Yes. In fact, I'm glad we're talking about her. In fact, the other day, I was flipping through the TV and Made in Manhattan was on. And you know what, Aaron Weeks? I watched it because it hits. There's something about Jennifer.
Made in Manhattan, Wedding Planner.
I know.
Great movies.
Well, I just think that this whole Vegas residency has been a good thing for her.
I think so too.
One of the things she did was she's like, yeah, and something was said to, I'm spitting, sorry. Just something, she never takes a bad picture. I'm over here like, Jennifer Lopez, not great. Meanwhile, I can't say a sentence without spitting all over the microphone. But Jennifer Lopez she was talking about how, one of the things was she's like, I always have my mouth open in pictures. And then she did it on stage. And of course, the crowd just starts laughing because that's really the pose she always does. So, girl, lean into it. Like, whatever the critiques are.
Like I said, if you can just brush it off, water off a duck's back, I think she does it well.
I think a person that
she doesn't let people see her sweat.
Exactly.
And I appreciate that.
I think a person that can make fun of themselves is going to be totally relatable and likable. So I like that she's shifting gears a little here and having fun with it. Good for you, J-Lo. I take back everything I said. You are fantastic. You are a queen. You are a star.
We love
Aaron
you.
Weeks.
Yes.
You have kind of what we would call music news here. Music meets TV.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of that going on, but it's kind of sad news. It's the end of an era at MTV because after 40 years on air, MTV's music-only channels have officially gone.
This is wild.
Yes. Those channels went dark on Thursday, actually, this past Thursday. It poetically ended with Video Killed the Radio Star. That's what kicked off MTV.
I know. It was the first music video.
Ever. I did my senior paper in high school on the history of MTV.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
You're well versed in this story today.
Yes. I am. And, now the music channel it's still on air in the U.S., but, it's canceled some of its longtime shows like Catfish and Ridiculousness. So what do you make of this? Like, do you think that network is just going to cease to exist at a certain point?
I hope not. There are so many bright minds out there that know how to swoop in and save a good thing, even if it is dying. I'm sure somebody will come along.
Jersey Shore Family Reunion will keep it alive.
That'll keep it alive. There you go, Aaron Weeks. Kind of talking about this on the same page, one of my dream jobs was always to work for CMT and host the CMT Top 20 Countdown with Cody Allen, which is funny because I'm like, been working alongside him in Nashville for years now. And thankfully, my path never took me that direction. I actually kind of knew, because I'd always heard of budget cuts, and so I kind of knew that maybe to stay away from that route, even though it sounded really good on paper to host the Top 20 Countdown show if they would have ever had me. But
they would have.
I will say they just canceled that countdown, and you hear about all their programming, and so from CMT to MTV, VH1, we're just kind of seeing that no longer that need for the Top 20 Countdown on the weekends and the top music videos because we can watch them all from our phones, I guess. So, anyways, I saw the news of CMT pulling the plug on that iconic show, which in my world meant a lot to me growing up because I just always idolized that as like my dream job. But here I am today living my dream job with you, hosting this show, so it's fine.
We love to hear.
But, it's weird. We get emotionally attached to these things because, I don't know, it's just kind of sad.
We grew up on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really
what do you think?
Privy to the TRL days. I wasn't really old enough to be watching MTV at that point.
Yes.
So I was coming at the tail end of that, but I think it's just like, it's sad.
Yeah.
I grew up like with obviously the reality and even the scripted shows on MTV were really good. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. Remember Teen Mom?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
messy,
goodness.
messy.
Yeah, when they brought in the reality shows, they were always had like a dark spin and stuff. So, all right, moving on here. R.I.P. MTV. We are so sorry for our loss. But hey, maybe, me being an optimist here, someone will swoop in with a big idea and just keep that boat afloat.
I believe it.
All right, so let's move on to some NFL NFL news now.
Yes.
We'll call it celebrity news, let's be honest here. We're not covering sports today, but a sports star. News exploded after NFL star, retired now, Tom Brady, who was 48, and social media personality, she's fresh off of Dancing with the Stars, Alex Earl, who is 25, were spotted cozying up at a New Year's Eve yacht party in St. Bart's to celebrate the start of 2026. So there's been a lot of videos and photos circulating by outlets like People and TMZ that are showing the two of them. They're dancing, they're chatting. They never like kiss or hug, but at one point Alex Earl does like rub Tom Brady's back while they're chatting. Very flirtatious. Just, again, sparking widespread speculation that indeed they are dating. So we talked about Bill Belichick in our last episode. He actually coached Tom Brady in the New England Patriots, and we, chastised him for his young girlfriend. What do you think here? I agree.
This
not
isn't
the
that,
same.
This honestly isn't that big of a difference, and not that far-fetched to believe, for me at least. Mm-hmm. I don't know Tom Brady by his work, if you will, at all. I'm Team Giselle always, but I mean, like, this isn't a huge surprise or shock to me.
I mean, he may be almost 50, but he looks
still got a full head of hair,
right? Look at Tom Brady.
Meanwhile, the freaking geriatric we talked about last week.
That was gross. Gross. Listen,
like
50 is different than 80.
It's like a 50-year age difference.
It really is.
This is 23. This is child's play.
We can handle it. I love it. I love the hot take because honestly, Tom Brady is one of my favorite fellas. And I'm just saying, I'm 10 years older than the girl that he may be dating. But you know what? Hey, age is just a number, guys.
Exactly.
In fact, he was actually rumored to, some of the people that, again, these are rumors. I try not to believe that he dated these people, but like he was rumored at one point to be cozying up to Kim Kardashian, spotted at a party once.
She loves a player.
She loves an athlete, and that whole family does. And what I love, too, is that he was also spotted, which I would support this one, Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. They were rumored to have dated. Of course, Tom Brady, listen, he's out living his life now. He used to be so private, and he's just kind of done a 180 here, being in the public eye now. It's almost weird because he was so kind of like Taylor Swift there for a while. She was very private. And then you just see this person out living their life and sharing it on socials and whatnot. And so it's just kind of ironic how, we're seeing that happen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, neither Brady nor Earl have confirmed that they are dating, but Earl did share some Instagram posts saying like celebrating new memories, the new friends, the new beginnings.
How cute.
And Brady, he also wrote some like cryptic quotes about love and like connection on his Instagram story, whatever.
I think I accidentally rolled my eyes.
I
apologize, viewers.
And he's just feeling, these conversations here. He's a very spiritual person. Celebrities, sites are just kind of getting involved in this, like trying to figure out what's going on. She did just break up with her boyfriend too, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Listen,
either way, they were on a yacht for New Year's. I don't feel like I can relate to either of these people, but hey, good for them. So
no, when are we going to go on a yacht?
Right? When's our story? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's move on here. They're wrapping us up in the room, but we've had a great show so far.
Yeah.
Finally here, we just want to celebrate that Justin and Hailey Bieber are making headlines now because they just celebrated their 10th anniversary as a couple. Now, you may remember, Aaron, they did meet as teens, and then they reconnected. It was like July of 2018, and then they got married.
I love that original photo of them, by the way,
too.
when they're literal babies.
They are literal. And I love that she like met him and was not impressed. He was a big star at the time, and she was like, I think her dad took her.
He was corny as hell.
So yeah, they just celebrated. Of course, they have a baby now, a son, and they're just overall living their best life. And I'm happy to see that they're doing well. And no news to report, but good news on that home front.
Exactly.
So,
congrats, guys. 10 years at that age too. Before we go, I do want to mention this. My brother was like, you have to mention
Let's go.
It's a little sports news, but it's big. I pulled out my paper for this.
I know,
one.
I love it. Let's read off the paper.
But the IU Hoosiers blew Alabama out of the water in the Rose Bowl, winning 38-3. And the reason this is huge is because the game drew in 23.9 million viewers, and Indiana hasn't won since 1991.
It is sweeping not just the state, but the nation. This is such huge news. My family, we're going to watch the game this Friday. And just whether you are a sports fan or even an IU fan, what a huge accomplishment that we're doing here in the Hoosier State.
Yeah.
We were one of the worst.
My brother was like, they might
programs.
yes, I think we were coined as one of the worst. And now we're one of
The best.
the best.
I love it.
My brother was like, they'll probably make a movie about it. And I'm like, that's cool.
I know. I feel like this has just been, if anything, just happy news to
Yes.
share in the world of sports, which we'll take it. And
We'll
great
take it.
job on that sports story just now.
It was a labor of love.
It was a labor. Like, you did fantastic. I'll issue an apology before we wrap the show. Jennifer Lopez, again, I did the word mediocre.
No,
came
we
out.
love you.
I take it back.
She didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. And overall,
Imagine I titled this, Casie thinks Jennifer Lopez is mediocre.
They honestly, they will come after me. So I compared her to Beyonce. They're two individuals. I love them both equally.
But they both have crazy fans.
They do, and we are one of them. So
Yes.
okay, so overall, what a great way to kick off our first episode of the year here. We got to cover local events, lots of world and lots of news in the world of movies and music and TV and celebrity news. And yes, we even covered sports this week.
We did.
Look at us go. Now,
right.
next week's show, I do have a list I want to share with you guys. It's some movies that you can look forward to that are coming out in 2026 that we should all just to make some time to watch,
Yeah.
something to look forward to. But on that note, is there anything you want to add before we head out today?
Just thank you guys so much again for listening or watching. If you're a first-time listener or watcher, we really appreciate you. And you can find us again on our website, 14news.com, under podcasts, and click What's the Trend tab. You will find us there. We're available on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts, and we're also on YouTube. So make sure you check us out.
Such a good job with that part. Listen to him, listen to us, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next. We're not going anywhere. We're bringing you a weekly episode. We will be back same time, same place next week. Thanks for tuning into this week's show. We'll see you next time.
Bye.